Welcome to Catherine's tutorial. In this video, we'll learn about menstrual cycle. This topic is very important in case of human reproduction. It is about the hormonal control of menstrual cycle. Hormonal control. There are two important hormones known as follicular stimulating hormone. In short, it is known as FSH. So, follicular stimulating hormone. The next hormone which is very essential to regulate the menstrual cycle is nothing but luteinizing hormone. It is in short form, it is known as LH, that is luteinizing hormone. And these two hormones are released from the anterior pituitary, which is also known as adenohypophysis. So, these two hormones are released from the anterior pituitary to regulate the menstrual cycle process. These two hormones are controlled by one more group of hormone, that is one more important hormone known as GnRH. It is nothing but gonadotropin releasing hormone. So, GnRH. So, gonadotropin releasing hormone controls or regulates the production of follicular stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. In turn, they regulate the process of menstrual cycle. This gonadotropin hormone is also known as neurohormone. This neurohormone is released into the bloodstream and they reach the anterior pituitary to regulate the production of follicular stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone to regulate the process of menstrual cycle. This gonadotropin releasing hormone will be very less in case of a child, but when they reach their puberty, the level will become more. Okay, so the amount of gonadotropin will vary when the child is below 8 years of age or below 12 years of age, but the level will become more when the girl reaches a puberty, because the amount of gonadotropin hormone will eventually influence these two hormones to regulate the menstrual cycle. But this particular group of hormones, in case of male, it is very constant, but in case of female, it fluctuates according to in case of male, the level of gonadotropin releasing hormone will be always constant, but in case of female, the level will fluctuate during the process of menstrual cycle. Why there is a fluctuation in case of female in releasing this gonadotropin hormone? So, what happens here? There is a need of high amount of gonadotropin releasing hormone during the process of release of follicular stimulating hormone. When it induces the follicular stimulating hormone release, we need more amount of gonadotropin releasing hormone. Become less for the release of luteinizing hormone. So, that is why there is a fluctuation in case of gonadotropin releasing hormone. That is why there is a fluctuation you can able to find in releasing the hormones, that is follicular stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone, where we need high and less amount of gonadotropin releasing hormone. That is why you can able to find the fluctuation in case of gonadotropin releasing hormone. These follicular stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone in turn regulate the process of menstrual cycle. Follicular stimulating hormone will help in maturation of egg in the ovary. Luteinizing hormone will help in release of egg from the ovary. we need one more group of hormone known as estrogen, which plays a very major role in case of menstrual cycle. There is a rise and fall in the level of estrogen to initiate the process of menstrual cycle. It will repair and thickens the uterine lining. So as we already know, there are 3 layers in case of female uterus, and those layers are perimetrium, myometrium and endometrium. During the process of menstrual cycle, the endometrium, that is the innermost layer, it is also known as a glandular layer, which will undergo cyclical changes. The endometrium is very essential for the implantation of young one. So the proliferation of endometrium will happen during the menstrual phase because of the rise and fall in the level of hormones in female. Okay. So what happens here, if the female is not pregnant, the endometrial lining along with the unfertilized ova, it results in menstrual bleeding. The endometrium is nothing but the innermost layer of the female uterus that help in the implantation of the young one or the zygote for the further developmental process. If there is no fertilization, endometrium is not essential, so eventually it is slugged off from the uterine lining. So along with the production of ova, you can able to find the changes in the endometrial growth in case of female during the menstrual cycle, that we are going to learn in the next part. That is, when we learn about menstrual cycle, we learn about the endometrium in detail. Okay. So estrogen will help in repairing and thickening of the uterine lining. The endometrium proliferates with the help of a hormone known as estrogen. The next hormone is progesterone. This particular hormone will maintain the uterine lining if the female is pregnant. As I told you, the corpus luteum will persist. That is a temporary endocrine structure that remains when the female is pregnant, which also maintains the pregnancy throughout the period. And there are exceptions in case of menstrual cycle. The menstrual cycle will not occur when the mother is pregnant. Okay. So the menstrual cycle will stop when the mother is pregnant, and it stops when the female reaches the age of 45 to 55. That is during the case of menopause. So I am summarizing it again. We learned about menstrual cycle, and there are some important terminologies that we have to be thorough with when we go over the learning process of menstrual cycle. I think this video may have helped you to learn the basic terms or terminologies that is used in this particular topic. By the next video, we learn about the complete menstrual cycle in detail. Thank you.